Dave, well, with Bobby Miller today, if you look at just his last two outings, a couple struggles in there. So how important just is this outing for him today? And I know we talked about just the need for him to go deeper into the game.
It's an important start. I think for many reasons. I think just to go out there and have some success, get guys out, go deeper in a game, and that speaks to just the confidence. I think he knows how much we value him, the type of pitcher he can be, has been. But you still got to go out there and perform. So I think that this is going to be a good one for his confidence building.
I know he talks about how just the changeup and the results of it have been really good, but how do you want to see just the rest of his pitch mix come together today?
I just think that I just haven't seen his fastball commanded the way it needs to be. I think that speaks to a little bit of an overthrow coming out of the delivery. The changeup, which has been a bread and butter for him, has been a ball out of hand when it's not right. And the breaking ball just has been inconsistent. So certainly there's a lot of things that I'm looking for tonight, expecting that the side work was productive and he's in a good headspace tonight. He's certainly got a lot of bullets left to go. But yeah, it's more of just syncing all that up, in one outing.
Back at the start of the season, you called him like a pretty big piece of the puzzle for you guys. Like, has that kind of only grown just given, where the rotation's at right now and what he can give you guys when he is right?
Yeah. When you talk about a big piece of the puzzle, that's a lot of that is talent. And so he's got a lot of talent. He performed. And so now, looking at where we're at right now with the uncertainty in our starting rotation, you have to have guys step up. And so, I'm expecting that from Bobby. He knows what's expected of him, but at the end of the day, you gotta kind of know all that, but still then just focus on pitching and let everything else take care of itself.
I saw you watching Clayton throw today. How is he feeling coming out of that, and what's the plan with him moving forward?
So Clayton's going to throw a pen tomorrow. He looks really good. I would argue that it's even better. He looks better than he did even when he was kind of making his way back a few weeks ago at this point in time. So I'm really encouraged by it. Just watching him stretch it out. He stretched it out yesterday, came back today, didn't feel anything, feels good, did it again today. So I'm really encouraged about tomorrow. And then at that point in time, we'll see about, getting him back out on the rehab.
Considering that he's already about to throw another pen, how much do you feel like this reset's going to set him back timeline-wise?
Not much. I think that Dr. Elatros said that this is going to be kind of the ebbs and flows of this process. So it's not something that we were completely taken aback by. I don't think it's going to set him back much, and I'm still holding out hope that he comes back sooner than later. I don't want to say if it's before the break or right after the break, but I'm encouraged where he's at right now. Really am.
In the last few years, you guys have been fortunate enough to say, as long as you're healthy and ready for October, and you can be an option then. Is that pretty much the case this year?
I think that's fair. But I will say that, speaking for Clayton, you still want to get a handful of starts, more than that. I think right now where we're at, 7 or 8 starts to feel really good going into the postseason. So, yeah, at the end of the day, we want him as fresh and sharp as possible. But I do think that he rightfully wants more.
He was saying that the closer he gets to coming back, the harder it is getting through the last steps of the rehab. How have you seen him handle this stage of this process?
Pretty well, considering. He gets very antsy. He wants to participate. And so it's kind of like, you get there, you're almost there, and then it gets taken from you. So he's doing a good job, as good as he can do. But again, I'm just very happy with where he's at today, and I'm I'm off to a good start today because I feel really good with his catch play. I'm excited.
This is 2 weeks now for Yamamoto since he got hurt. Is there a timeline for when he might start throwing again?
So I don't know. If I just talked to him briefly in the training room, he's getting worked on. He's doing a lot of, shoulder exercises, non-throwing stuff. But I don't know when that time he's going to pick up a baseball.
That's still just dependent on how he's feeling, basically.
Yeah.
Do you have anything on Walker, how he's doing?
I don't. He's not in town. He's not with us. And I know he's throwing. Obviously, the plan is to, as soon as we can, get him on a rehab assignment. I just don't know when that's going to be. My guess is that he's continuing to get better. The body, there was some hip stuff that I think that we've calmed down and kind of took care of. So now it's kind of just go out there and move forward on the pitching side.
Is he just in Arizona, or?
He is doing a little bit of everything. Arizona, Florida. I don't know if Arizona, Florida. He's here. He's kind of doing some off-site stuff. Working with some guys that we're familiar with as well. I'm not sure where.
Hey, Skip, you've talked about this before, just the length of your injury list right now, but in, say, a football sense, it's just the standard is the standard, as Mike Tomlin says, there's no drop-off no matter who's in the lineup. How does that apply to in this game and with the sheer number of people you have out of the lineup right now? How do you keep that standard high?
I agree with that. I agree with Coach Tomlin's sentiments. It's the whole adage, next man up mindset, and no one's going to feel sorry for you. And you hear I don't talk about injuries and as an excuse. I don't think anyone wants to hear it. So it just gives other guys opportunities. So it happens every year. This year is certainly an extreme, but I don't think that we've fallen off much at all, if at all. And I still want more consistency and better play out of our guys. And that's the way it should be.
Joe Kelly starting a rehab assignment?
Yeah. Joseph's going to go on rehab in Rancho. I'm not sure what day it is, but is it today?
Yeah.
So there we go. So the mariachis will be in Rancho tonight. So that's a good thing. Gratterall's making some headway. He's going to do a sim game soon at CBR. So that's good. And, Brazier's still making his way. So we're getting back to some health.
How many outings, Joe?
Mookie's doing well. He should be here around 5 o'clock. Throwing, working out, running. He's being active. He's going stir crazy. But he's working hard to get back.
Do you have any outings Joe might need?
I said it the other day. I just don't see him coming back before the break. He could surprise me. But I think that 3 or 4 is totally the floor, reasonable.
Dave, Teoscar's obviously in the run for that all-star spot. Can you just describe the impact that he's made on his team this year?
Teoscar's been great. Obviously, given that we've lost a couple middle-of-the-bat guys, and for Teoscar to come pick up the slack and drive runs in and be able to post, be able to bounce from right field to left field, and he's having a heck of a year. I hope he gets that second All-Star nomination, and hopefully we get a few more in there too.
He's a guy you don't get a chance to see because of the American League. So what have you learned about him this year?
He's just, I think they're all great, but he is a really great human being. He's a guy that is a great husband, a great father. He loves the game of baseball. He's very consistent with his mind. Very additive. I adore that guy. I really do. But when he gets in the box or on the baseball field, he's a killer. And that's the kind of that's what you like in a ball player.
Dave, on a separate note, the Diamondbacks are going with an opener tonight. Are you seeing that just some teams are starting to move towards that as a potential, solution or answer at the top of your order?
Yeah, it makes sense. You've got left, right, and left, and so they could kind of keep that Nelson off of the top three times through. So I understand it, and there's really nothing that I can do to combat that. And I trust both those guys versus lefties too.
Dave, back to Yamamoto. Does he still have a soreness or tightness, or are you guys just
Actually, I think right now, I think he's pain-free. So that's a good thing. Granted, he's not throwing a baseball. So, our hope is that he starts playing catch soon. But the number one thing is that he's pain-free, which I think that's where he's at right now.
What will be his next step? Or
It'll just be playing catch. And then we start playing catch and stretching it out. Then once we get to the bullpen, then it starts to become more real. Getting on the slope.
when will we be evaluated next?
Well, Yoshi is evaluated every day, but I don't know what the timeline is for him to start throwing. I don't know that yet.
Have you checked home run derby new rule?
Excuse me?
Home run derby new rule has announced.
No, I don't know what's the new rule.
To express.
Yeah, there's a
I'm
lot.
not saying.
I don't know
It's
the new
complicated.
rule. No, I'm worried about being the Diamondbacks tonight.
There's a little less of a bracket, a little more pool play.
Okay. Still means nothing to me. I don't know. Yeah.
So today's the Japanese Heritage
Yeah.
Day.
Big day.
Yeah. Shohei and Yoshi is here with you, so I'm wondering.
Yeah, no, this is a great day. I'm excited about today, and we've got some honorary guests and ceremonial first pitches, and I've got to go in there in a little bit and speak. So yeah, just to have two Japanese born players, a manager that's born in Okinawa, it's a special day for all of us. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.